It's time for my September bullet journal. Come on in, welcome to my home. First thing first, I want to say this from the beginning. I misspelled the word September. I catch it, but I misspell it. So before you start yelling at your screen all about this, I misspell it. I know it, I'm owning up to it right now, but I catch it. I don't know how I misspelled this, but aside from that, this month's bullet journal, I absolutely love the look of it. I go for something simple, I go for something easy. Took a while to do, but I absolutely love this one. I had so much fun making it, and I didn't realize how artistic leaves could be, even though that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense because, well, you have to see how I make them. They're really simple. You can recreate this bullet journal simply, and I do go back to an old layout, but you're going to see that. Looking back at my August bullet journal, and I will tell you right now, today is the 17th of August. I'm having to record this early, simply because the way this month falls. But if I were to do it any later, it'd fall really weird. So on my first page, with my splash page, in my calendar, and my task, didn't use it. Once again, still didn't use it. Yeah. But it gets interesting. Now we go to our weeklies, and you will notice right away where on Wednesday, all of a sudden you see that it starts filling up. I always said that I would only use one-page weeklies. However, you can see that that is not enough room. In fact, in some spots, I had to go out and go in like right along to the side. That's because with having 3 different channels that are up and running, there's a lot to get done. So, yeah, we're going to have to expand that. And, of course, this is where we are today, which is only this half, and then we start next week, which is all set up, but you can see already when Tuesday's already filled up. So yeah, I have to make a change in that. I'm still loving this whole thing, but that has got to make a change. And I also, the art in this, I don't know, this one, the weeklies didn't like really thrill me, but what did thrill me was the mood tracker. The mood tracker, I wish I had picked more colors than those 4, simply because I really did like coloring in the books, and I don't know if you can read this, but like some of the days, like on the, what is that day, the 6th, the book is called Upload and Wait, simply because I would have to wait while I was uploading something, and all the book titles, I got a lot done on the 13th, so all the book titles tell me lots and lots about what's going on. So I thought this was a lot of fun. Let's talk about this. This didn't work well for me. I thought it was going to. I thought this little individual tracker thing would work really well for me. It did not. I don't like the way it's set up. I don't like the way it works. This did not work well, and I was really, really surprised by this. And having it like repeated all over the place, nope, did not like that. So that is definitely going to change. Look, my to-do list and my brain dump. Yeah, I know. And then we have these other pages. What was interesting though is I started keeping track of, I started a what I want to buy kind of thing. But I started keeping track of my videos and what I needed for them, or what went into them, so that we have the songs, and I've already edited one of them already, so I have the songs, and that way I can keep track of that. So that will be repeated, but you won't see that in this video. So now that you've seen this, let's get started on my September bullet journal. This time, instead of driving myself crazy by not rotating the book the way I would normally, I'm going to go ahead and rotate the book because, well, reasons. So let's get started with this. We're going to do a little bit of decorating since it is fall, but it is early fall. I'm just going to do some impressions of leaves. This will make a whole lot more sense once it's all done. Rotating this book is going to be so much better. And you'll get to see how severely I slant when I write, which is pretty severe. I was requested not to do as artistic. I think part of that comes from I'm not really an artist, and part of that comes from the fact that people want to be able to do a bullet journal like mine, and not everybody is an artist. I will be the first to tell you. I'm one of those people. Get our days in here. I don't have too many things coming up for me in September, so that's sort of nice. Oh, this is so much better. Here we go. We have our calendar there. Now, to make our leaves look a little bit more like leaves, if you just do a jagged outline, suddenly these random colors look like fall leaves. Because we all know what fall leaves are supposed to look like. It doesn't have to be perfect, and I'm not even attempting to make these look like any particular leaves, but you can tell just by looking at them that they are definitely fall leaves. I'm not going to do a quote this time. It wasn't much, I mean, realistically, I never look back at this page. And that is something to think about. Are you going to look back at your page like this? The task. A lot of you are, I've said before that I rarely ever use the task or the notes, simply because I have a page now that I don't have anything for. Now, if you know something that I should be putting on that page, let me know. Like if there's something that you're like, oh, you should definitely be following this in your putting this in your bullet journal, then willing to hear about those things. But as of right now, I don't have anything. Let's go back to how I actually write. Oh, that makes such a world of difference. I definitely need a ruler. I am not perfect without a ruler. Yes, I will come back and erase all the marks that I've left that are there on my pencil. I will erase those. Let's go to our weekly spreads. As I said before, yes, I desperately need the 2-page weekly spreads, and they're all laid out for the 2-page weekly spreads. I'm still shocked that I desperately need the 2 pages. That surprised the heck out of me, but I do. As you saw through the early flip through, I need those 2 pages. I am doing so much more, and now with 3 channels that are up and running, there's so much to remember to do, and bullet journaling helps me remember to do those things. And this was not supposed to be a bullet journal. This was just a graph paper notebook. In fact, I think I got this before bullet journaling was even a thing. Now I have to decide if I'm going to rule the calendar, which, honestly, I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm just going to use the numbers. We'll see. We will see. We are going to get some nice color in here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try something daring. We are going to try doing the letters with a brush pen, simply because it's something different. So far I'm not hating this. I actually sort of liked that. Interesting. Could we possibly do this whole entire thing with a brush pen? A lot of people have been telling me I should look at stickers, and I just haven't done that yet. Have you had any experience with using stickers yet? I've seen other bullet journalers use stickers quite successfully, I might add. That's what happens when you do that. I should have wiped off the ruler. It's okay though, it's just in the crease of the book, but I should have most definitely wiped off the ruler. not freehanding that. Who are we kidding? The irony, of course, this time is the fact that the colors I used last time are the colors I'm using this time. I mean, that's irony for you. Now this will be the final one on this, simply because I didn't see much need to do a full week of September when I'll have, there's only one day. Now on to our big page, and I mean our big page. Have I been spelling this wrong the entire time? If I did, I did. We'll figure it out. Yes, going back to this form of calendar is so much better. I did not like last month's calendar. Did not like that in the least. September bullet journal is done. And I can tell you right now, I am absolutely loving this. And I mean truly loving this. What's silly though, these leaves, little leaf decorations, I did not know that I would love those as much. And what's even worse is misspelling the word September. I can't believe I misspelled September. I did correct that. So for those of you who are yelling at the screen, yeah, I know. I caught it. I saw it. But yeah, so this, I doubt I use either one of these. But like I said, the scribbles turning into leaves, I thought that was it really looks good. And I don't know how well you can tell that in person, but I really do like that. Weekly spreads. More space. Had to go with more space. And that it's going to hopefully be a much better. I like everything about that. It's going to give me a much more room, and you have the decorations. One thing I do wish is I wish I'd had indented this so that way I could put the leaves over there and it would round it out. But hey, see, like that one? This just works. These leaves work so well. I am loving this. I can hardly wait to use it. It'll be so much fun. And of course, this is all, and I corrected that, but you and I will both know forever that I misspelled September. Yeah. And the final one. And I set up all my weekly spreads ahead of time simply because that way, during the time, there's just so much going on. Now, well, I love this. I absolutely love this. Let's talk about my tracker. I went back to the tracker, which is just like this, with the days and the date, and then everything going across the top. And this is so much easier to keep track of. It has everything that I want, the water, the sleep, all of these things which I should be doing. But this one's going to be so much fun. Having the green tree, and then as the moods go in, we'll be adding the fall colors, which will then turn the tree looking to, a fall color tree. This is going to be so much fun, and it really will put me, by the end of September, it will be a tree filled with all sorts of fall colors, but not be completely fall, because it's the end of September. The end of September isn't the end of summer. Yes, it is, but it still sort of looks like summer because there's still usually some green leaves. But this way I can just color it in, and I even like the little jagged edge because it'll be really cool. I am super excited to use this. This one is going to be so much fun. But this is what my bullet journal is going to look like so far, and there are going to be other spreads in this that you will see coming up that I'm going to be using. But yeah, these are the ones, and I love this. I mean, this is the first time that I can honestly say I feel really good about the artwork in this one, simply because it's simple. Anybody can do this. It's just scribbles, and then outlining the scribbles to be leaves. I like it. Alright, that was a lot of work, but I think it was worth every bit of work. It was so fun and so easy to do, and yes, I caught my misspelling. I got it. I corrected it. Sometimes it's not worth correcting your mistakes. Sometimes it is worth correcting your mistakes. This time it was. It was a major mistake, but I got it. I spelled it right, so don't write in and tell me how I misspelled September. I don't know how. I know how to spell September. I just didn't do it. But like I said, even with your bullet journals, if you make a mistake, correct your mistakes and feel good about this. I really do feel good about this. I like the look of it. I really think I'm going to enjoy this. Now, tell me what you think about that down in the comments. If you make a bullet journal, if you do a bullet journal, tell me about your bullet journal. And as I mentioned before, if you have spreads that you think I should do in my bullet journal, let me know about those in the comments. I hope you really did enjoy that, and I hope I get to see you again next time. And check out these videos that I picked out just for you.